J.Cole, if he dropped a Forest Hills Drive type album by the end of this year, there would really honestly be a conversation about who's the hottest rapper at the moment.
Okay, gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies, transsexuals, everybody, thee, she, hey, everybody, all the pronouns, listen up. Now, I know that this video was crazy. I know that the statement is crazy. Y'all might be saying, bro, why would you say something like this? You're tweaking. Ain't no way J.Cole could replace Drake. Drake has just beat Michael Jackson on Billboard charts for #1. He's the top artist. It ain't no way J.Cole can beat Drake. Now, let me go ahead and set the precedent. Drake, J.Cole, Kendrick Lamar. They are the three GOATs. They are the highly regarded artists of this era, of this generation. We're going to be talking about the assets of each and every one of them. Now, let's look at Drake. Drake is a highly modernized individual. He has a sound that he can relate to with everybody. Why? Because he talks about relationships. He talks about the girls that he be sleeping with. All of that, he talks about it. He sings about it and raps about it. And what is the most relatable topic in the hip-hop industry? It is relationships. It's what everybody goes through, and Drake talks about that emphatically. So, of course, his content and his subject matter is going to be related to the masses. Now, when it comes down to the actual sound, Drake has a sound that I believe is more relatable to the masses in its entirety. The synths, the ambient environment that he creates with his sound, and just basically his sound is the most relatable sound and the most modernized sound. Now, I believe Kendrick Lamar and J.Cole have an acquired sound. All three of them have distinct sounds, but they're a little bit different as opposed to Drake. Drake is selling more. He has more of the fan base. He does arenas. He's the top artist. We understand all of that. I get it. I understand. But let me explain the reason why J.Cole can replace Drake as the #1 artist. The narrative is being set, people. Keen, what do you mean the narrative is being set? I got these videos, okay? I got these videos that we're going to go over, and I'm not gonna go over them right now because I'm setting the precedent first. Give me a second. Wait a minute. Don't fucking say nothing. Let me say what I got to say. As far as Drake, J.Cole, and Kendrick Lamar is dope. He's been in the discussion for replacing Drake as far as the #1 rapper. But let's look at the pros and cons of Kendrick Lamar. The reason why it's more of an emphasis when Kendrick Lamar drops is because this nigga don't be dropping as much. He's not as consistent. He's been away. He even said it on his album about how he's been away and how he's felt uninspired and he doesn't really know what to talk about and what to rap about. He's voiced this on his album. Therefore, we cannot put him in the conversation to replace Drake because Drake is consistent. He drops every day, which is what we want, right? Because they put out music. Us as individuals like music. We want to hear it on a consistent basis. We're going to take Kendrick Lamar out of this conversation. Now, let's hit J.Cole. J.Cole doesn't drop albums consistently, right? His last album that he dropped was Off Season. Is J.Cole as consistent as Drake? No. But is he more consistent than Kendrick Lamar? Absolutely. Now, let's look at the narrative that's being set. King, what's the narrative? The narrative that's being set right now is that J.Cole, of course, was on Drake's song, right? Which is First Person Shooter, a song with Drake's For All the Dogs. And unfortunately, that project didn't get the highly regarded praise that I'm assuming Drake would have expected. I think that that's one of his better albums for sure, but that's just me. J. Cole was on Drake's First Person Shooter. We know this. Drake did not rap to the level that J. Cole did on First Person Shooter. J. Cole also got on a song with Lil Yachty, and it's called The Secret Recipe. That shit was insane. It was nuts. J. Cole is letting niggas know, bro, I'm here. Joe Budden, who is one of the main staples of the media industry, the hip-hop industry, the podcast industry, and the culture, spoke on it, and everybody shared this opinion. Take a look.
We can't just keep playing.
Yeah, that's the best verse since God did.
This is a great verse. An amazing verse.
No, Joe Budden.
Please share. Let's hear it.
That's some top tier.
Yeah,
that
gave me a little more
Shaq
Shaq
and
Kobe
Power
vibes.
H2O. Yeah. Fuck.
What?
That's
Who was
Jordan. That's
who-
Jordan.
Who was who?
That is Jordan.
Cole was Shaq, and Cole was Kobe.
Talk about it. What song she had time to say? Talk about it.
I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? I thought you got to say Yachty was dope. He about to get jumped in this. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was about, huh?
And I don't want to do that because I will say Yachty's verse ain't bad.
It ain't bad.
It sound like he gave it his all knowing that a monster was coming behind him. Pause.
Yachty's been stepping up, man. He has a really good album this year.
Yeah.
Not rapping, but...
Yeah, no.
No, you did say his album was fire.
Yeah.
We like that album. We like that.
I'm not going to hold you. That's the best verse I heard in a very, very long time.
Talk about it.
Crazy.
Like that right there is when you be like, okay, yeah. This other shit that we be commenting on, I be like, all right, it's cool. Yeah. That right there is what makes you a fan of rap music.
Absolutely.
That shit is different, bro.
See, everybody can't do that. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
don't say.
No, I'm saying that's what I like about it though. Like, there is something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? People that say, oh, rap dead, rap dead. You got this shit right here.
What I said, gang. You might look at this and think, it's Joe Budden. There's a lot of people that don't really like Joe Budden. Who cares? Listen, when it comes down to the media has a very big influence on the fickle fan, on the casual fan, on the regular fan. These people have an inadvertent impact on those people. Why? Because that fickle fan, that casual fan, is easily swayed by the opinions of others. Now, when you have the opinions of others that follow the same opinions of others, that's when a narrative starts to manifest. Everybody starts to talk about, oh my God, I just heard on Joe Budden, like that verse was hard, that Cole dropped on Secret Recipe. So this isn't just something that you can just glaze over, my nigga, because it's not. Everybody is saying it. But anybody that got ears can hear it, bro. Now, when it comes down to the schematics of everything, Drake just got through dropping For All the Dogs. Unfortunately, Drake had responded to some people, i.e. Joe Budden and others, that didn't really have the best things to say about the album. It's not like they completely hated the album, but they didn't have the best things to say about the album, and Drake got a little defensive saying, nigga, what you mean? Ooh, pop, pop, pop. I'm telling you, all the moves that's being made by J. Cole is positioning himself to take the place of where Drake is right now. Now, you might ask me, what would J. Cole need to do right now in order to replace Drake as the #1 rapper? What exactly would he need to do? He would need to drop another 2014 Forest Hills Drive. And if he drops something like that or something that's close to that, I swear to God, bro, no role models, nigga. Apparently, nigga, January 28th. Bro, I could keep fucking going, nigga. That album was fucking amazing, nigga. It was a classic. Okay, if he drops something like that, I guarantee you he will put himself in the conversation for replacing Drake as the #1 rapper as of right now. Even Reason was talking about how J. Cole can be bigger than what he is right now if he continues to consistently drop. I'm gonna put it, here, look, we gonna watch it right now, look.
Do you feel like Kendrick is bigger than J. Cole today?
Today? I think just off that tour, if we're saying whatever today's date is, off that tour he just did, you could make a pretty good case.
Do you think it stays that way?
I don't think so at all. Cole's more active, and I think when this fall off album comes out,
I was just about to say that. I think when the fall off drops, just only on the strength of, because TD fans are fucking crazy, not because he's better than Dot, but just because he's been more active. I feel like when the fall off drops, like the fruits of his labor from being so active are gonna show. You know what I mean?
You heard him. It's a narrative that's being talked about. I just got through saying this shit, right? I just gave you what Joe Budden just said, what Warrior Maul just said, what Reason just said. The narrative is being set. Now you may say, King, I still need more. Let me give you one more nugget before I conclude this video, fam. Look at what DJ Academics had to say about J. Cole in this whole regard of him replacing Drake. Look right now, look.
Okay, I'm going to say this. If J. Cole, I'm being hypothetical, if he dropped a Forest Hills Drive type album by the end of this year, I think there would really honestly be a conversation about who's the hottest rapper at the moment. And by the way, I don't think J. Cole has been in that conversation. Like, no disrespect. Like, he's always top 3. Like, you know, again, when I'm saying not in the conversation, you know, I think Drake, because these guys are just not as active, Drake's been #1. And we don't even really compare him or whatever he's dropping with Kendrick. We just like, oh, this is just another Drake. But if J. Cole shows that he's down to put out a project, he's already rapping like that. He's rapping like that on First Person Shooter. He's rapping like that on motherfucking Secret Recipe. He comes with a fucking album that's better than arguably every Drake album this year. We might be having a different discussion. But if J. Cole did some shit like that, it would be a conversation of who had the best year. I do believe.
In motherfucking conclusion, the table is set. J. Cole, if this YouTube video goes viral, I don't know, somebody clip this, somebody see it, make YouTube do exactly what you need to do to put it in the algorithm, whatever you need to do so that the masses, so that millions and millions of people can see this. J. Cole, if you see this video right now, bruh, drop the fall off, let it be a classic, which I'm almost positive that it's gonna be, and my nigga, you will be in the discussion for the best rapper ever, nigga. Right now, the narrative is set. The table is set, nigga. The chef brought out the steak. The chef brought out the motherfucking collard greens and the mashed potatoes and the puree and all the 5-star gourmet shit. Gordon Ramsay brought all that shit out, nigga. Eat, nigga. That's all I'm saying, bro. Now, what y'all feel? Get in the comments right now. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation, bro. I literally think that this is the perfect time for J. Cole to come in and snatch all these fans up, snatch the whole audience up, snatch everybody up and be like, nigga, I run this shit. I think he has the opportunity to do it, and I'm standing on that shit. Y'all niggas get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Gang.